Hi guys, we're here at the cafe and it's a rainy day, absolutely lovely going overs. And this is the new cafe here in Murcia, upstairs and downstairs. We do actually like this cafe, it's quite nice. And I'm here in Murcia because, well, I'm here alone actually, because the girlfriend is off shopping around Murcia. So I thought I'd have a little wander round and watch Murcia town go by. Quite a nice day here, everyone's busy. So I'm upstairs and I'm just doing a little bit of watching the world go by. So here we are in Murcia town. Absolutely beautiful, lots of things going off, lots of people walking around, quite a lot of shopping going off. Actually, it's quite busy in town, guys, so it is actually quite busy here in town. So I didn't have a lot to do, so I thought I'd have a walk around Murcia, around the market, the covered court and the plaza. And I thought, well, this is a nice place just to watch the street. Then later I'm going to go for a coffee. Here's one of the jeepneys and it's quite full. So actually, we've been quite busy. We've had quite a lot of rain here in Murcia. I think we've got a typhoon somewhere in the Philippines, guys. So, I don't know where the typhoon is, but I was chatting to someone earlier and she told me, yeah, we have a typhoon here, but I can't remember the place. So this is Murcia town and this road is Rizal Street. And it's one long street, guys, and it comes from the beginning of Murcia and it goes to Smiles Village and beyond into the mountains. And there's some great, if you follow this road into Smiles Village, there's lots of resorts on this street. On this street, guys, there's quite a lot of resorts, 3 or 4 kilometres down this road out of Murcia, quite a lot of resorts. There's Bora Bora, we've been to Bora Bora, and then there's another one of our favourites. I can't think of the name offhand, but it's absolutely lovely. If you check my videos out, you'll see some of the resorts that we visit. So it's just a Saturday afternoon here, watching the world go by. Looks like there's a big tanker and he's going to fill the petrol station up. So that's the new cafe there. Quite nice actually, a nice cup of coffee. But actually, I do try a different cafe here in the building. It's quite nice, a little coffee. I think it's 15 or 25 with milk. But the coffee here is not as good as the coffee in the new place across the road. The coffee across the road in the new cafe is a lot better. And it's cheaper. Because I'm sure I got charged 25 pesos, either 20 or 25 pesos for a cup of coffee with milk. Absolutely good. So I'm here in the Santa Clara building, and the coffee's not as good here as it is across the road in the new cafe. But it's quite nice, it's quite fine, it's a change. I think we've visited quite a lot of the cafes here. We probably go to a cafe every day. So we do like to... I mean, at one time I was in a cafe 3 times a day, 4 times a day. So I used to eat out 3 or 4 times a day. Then I thought, well, we'll just go out twice. And then I thought, let's get back to normality. Let's get back to normal. So we just go out once a day, normally once a day now. You know, maybe twice a day, but that twice a day is just a cup of coffee, 15, 20 pesos, and it's just a cup of coffee. And then we go out for a cup of coffee and a meal, which is round about 200, 300 pesos at the most. So it's quite nice. Careful. So it's quite nice to go out, quite nice to go into Murcia. As you know, I need a motorbike so I can actually travel around the Philippines. Well, at least travel around Murcia and get over into Don Salvador, into Bacolod and the surrounding areas, so it'd be lovely. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. So it's nice actually, Santa Cruz building. Nice to go there, have a cup of coffee. It's a nice change. Quite a nice building actually, guys. So it's quite a nice building here. And actually, I did come here 3 years ago. And I went into the cafe here and we had lunch. So it's 3 years ago since I was here and I had lunch. But I had a coffee today here. So maybe I'll have another coffee another time. Maybe I'll try lunch, I don't know. Because we do actually get out and about here in Murcia to the different restaurants and cafes. So it's quite nice to enjoy it here in Murcia. If you're in Bacolod, guys, it's quite a nice place to visit. And they do some nice food here, and it's quite cheap and it's good. Lots of places to park your bikes, your cars. So, if you fancy coming to Murcia, it's a nice day out, or a nice morning, a nice afternoon. We've got the market here. We've got Okay on a Sunday. We've got the Sunday famous market here. If you've got kids, we've got the plaza. So it's a nice day out from Bacolod. If you're coming from Don Salvador, it's a nice day out. Or over the mountains, San Carlos. It's quite a nice day out here in Murcia. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So this is Rizal Street. And it does get very, very busy on Rizal Street later on. Round about 4 o'clock, there's actually quite a lot of traffic travelling down this road. But like I said, guys, I think the cafes, we do actually frequent quite a few cafes. And at first we used to go to the deli a lot. I do actually like the deli, but I probably only go to the deli about once every 2 weeks now. So we don't really get out to the deli that much. But I think why we stopped going to the deli is the drinks. You just can't really get any good drinks. And there's no coffee, so there's no coffee in the deli. So that's why I don't really go to the deli, but the chicken's nice, the rice is nice. So you can get some, vegetables at the deli. So it's quite nice. But we don't really go to the deli that much because there's no coffee. Yeah, you always get a lot of people travelling in a truck, in a jeepney, on a tricycle or a motorbike. So you always get quite a lot here in the Philippines. And I always find it funny. I always find it funny when 4 or 5 people ride past on a bike. In England, guys, if you ride a bike in England, the police will stop you, the police will arrest you, and the police will lock you up, and they'll take your motorbike if you're riding down the road with 4 people on the back. And if you're riding down the road, we know it's different, but seeing as I'm from the England, UK, this is how it is in our country, guys. So if you went to our country in England and you're riding down the road with a baby, the police will stop you, they'll take the baby, they'll get social services involved. Wow, it's quite crazy, England. It's not crazy, it's just for the baby's safety, it's for your safety. But we've got our rules in England. You know, we've got so many rules, and we're not laid back. We're uptight, we work a lot of hours, we actually work ourselves to death. So a lot of us work ourselves to death, so to speak. Here in the Philippines, quite laid back, nice lifestyle. Jump on the bike, no helmet, let's go. So it's quite a nice lifestyle. And actually, yeah, there can be some... round town, it's quite safe to ride round town with no helmets on. So it's quite safe. Different kettle of fish when you're riding over the mountains and you're racing around. So it's different kettle of fish. So you can easily get killed. So please wear an helmet, guys, if you're going out of town. Be safe. Have a safe trip. But here in the town, around Murcia, quite nice. No helmet, no tax, no test, no insurance. So it's great. It's great to jump on your bike. Just go into town, have a meal, go shopping. But you have to be careful, guys, because you can see now a lot of people here in the Philippines, they have a motorbike to get to town to do their shopping. Now they might have 2 babies, so you'll get the husband and then the 2 babies, and then you'll get the wife at the back. So you have to be very careful, and you always have to watch. You know, you have to watch what you're doing. You have to make sure other people are safe, because like I said, drive responsible, ride your bikes responsible, because there's kids crossing the road. Then you've got dogs, and the dogs run out, so please drive safely. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm not on. Well, just a minute. The baby's on the back. Careful. Hold it. Yeah, I'm on. Let's go. The baby's safe. Let's go. God bless. So please be careful. Like I said, a lot of people here travel with their babies and kids on the bikes. So if you're in a big 4-wheel drive, you're in a lorry, please be careful, because there's a lot of motorbikes around. So be careful, guys. I mean, in England, we actually drive like damn crazy. We are crazy drivers in England. We ride motorbikes crazy. 250, 300 kilometres an hour. We drive crazy. You can't do that here in the Philippines. You're not supposed to do it in the UK, but in the Philippines, you know, there is some horrific accidents. You know, it starts to rain, a dog runs out. So be careful when you're on your motorbikes. If you've got an helmet and you're going over onto the mountains into Don Salvador or into San Carlos, wear an helmet, guys, if you're visiting here. If you're visiting here in Murcia, because the fast roads over the mountains. But enjoy your days out on your bike. Now, I keep looking at these XRMs, Hondas. I actually was going to buy one, CRF. I think CRF, I think I'd probably go for the similar price. I'd probably go for the XR 190. Why? Because it has a little bit more power, and when you've got a girlfriend on the back, yeah, it's a little expensive, but you've got a girlfriend on the back, so, you know, if you're going over the mountains, don't get me wrong, a 150 is probably okay and it's fine, but a little bit extra power, it's nice. You know, not much more power, a 190. You've got 10 brake horsepower, and then you've got your 190, which is about 15. You've got 5 more brake horsepower, which is nice. It's nice when you're going on a long run. You need it. You need it to go over them mountains. So it's a lot nicer, that little bit more power. But it can be a lot, that little bit more power, believe it or not, wow, it can be very, very expensive. So for a little bit more power, you can be talking a lot of money. Now we're looking at towards the Canlan Dog, and the Canlan Dog is actually in the mountains. The Canlan Dog is a beautiful mountain, but you can see today it's in the clouds. So it looks like the UV tribe, the gang from the UV. So, we're here. That's the guy there in pink. He's a friend of mine. He looks like he's on his way shopping. So, lovely people here, guys, here in Murcia. It's a great day out. You can come and have a nice cup of coffee. Come into town. It's a lovely day out. We do enjoy it. And most of the people are quite nice, great people here in Murcia, so you'll enjoy it, it's quite nice. So if you're a biker and you're going over to Don Salvador, you're going to visit all the cafes, stop in Murcia, have a nice cup of coffee here, guys, and then go over into Don Salvador, visit the resorts, stop, have a cup of coffee, go over into San Carlos and have a nice cup of coffee. I've got quite a few resorts, XR 150, I've got quite a few resorts I want to visit. So me and the girlfriend, we're going to visit quite a few resorts. We're going to get over into Bacolod and beyond, Escalante and beyond, but we're going to come over this side as well. We're going to come over this side and we're going to go over into Don Salvador. My girlfriend's got a lot of friends, family there, so we're going to visit a cafe, and then we're just going to work his way over the mountains and go over into San Carlos. So we'll probably stop in San Carlos for a day, cup of coffee, and then depending on how the bike runs to up, we're probably going to go down into Bass, B-A-I-S, Baz, and then try and get down into Bay 1. So it should be nice. Into Dumaguete, Bay 1. Should be a nice run around. Yeah, so we need a bike to travel around. It should be really nice to get out on the bike. It's 20 years ago since I really had a motorbike, guys. So it's 20 years ago. So it should be really good fun to get out and about. I normally drive a car in the UK, so I normally drive a car in the UK, or a mountain bike. So yeah, that's something else I want to do. I actually want to mountain bike here around Murcia. It's absolutely fantastic country. Murcia, guys, around Negros, it's fantastic mountain bike country. Fantastic motorbike country, trail bike, enduro, motocross. It's fantastic over here for that, motorbiking. And I saw a lot of you guys going into Bacolod and you were on Triumphs. I'm guessing you've been to Don Salvador, San Carlos, maybe Dumaguete, and you're all coming back into over into Bacolod. And there are about 10 of you, 12 of you, and you all had big Triumphs. and Triumphs are made in the UK, England. The Triumph factory is in Birmingham, UK, England. So I was surprised to see quite a lot of Triumphs, and I saw quite a lot of motocross guys today, Sunday. Saw a lot of guys out on the motocross bikes. 150 needs a 220 300 to be honest, but the price is so big. A little bit more brake horsepower, a little bit more horsepower. You're talking a big money for some reason. You know, for some reason you go 5 brake horsepower, you want 100 grand more.